Hello, everybody. Welcome to Miss C's Cottage, home with a Somebunny. I'm Miss C, and I am what I am, and that's all what I am. And I have good news, and I have some not so good news I want you to pray about. And I don't want to wait till the end to get that one out of the way. So, if you wouldn't mind, those of you who are here already, if you would please pray for my sister's granddaughter, Leah, Leah. She's 14 and apparently has been despondent for a while. And this weekend decided to take an overdose of medication. And she is in the hospital. They are working to get everything back to normal, and she will be headed, if all is successful, she will be headed to a facility in Columbus, Ohio for some counseling. So if you would just please pray for Leah and her family, I would appreciate that. You don't get a call like that on a Friday night. You get a call like that on a Sunday morning, 20 minutes before your show starts. So that's where I am right now, guys. The good news is we've kickstarted Operation Appalachian Somebunny, and we are off to a great start. I have here in my possession from Gloria Tolles not only 6 hats, 7 hats, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hats that she's made for the the Appalachian Mountain Group for this winter. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 bunnies ready to go to the children of Appalachia for Christmas. She's outdone herself. They're button eyes. So if you don't have safety eyes, don't worry about it. Embroider them on, or you can put buttons on. They're beautiful. This is a Hobby Lobby yarn. This one's made out of Premier Dottie. Which reminds me, Premier Yarn is on sale this week and until tomorrow. Today is the 10th. They're on sale through tomorrow. And every day they have a new yarn on sale, a couple new yarns on sale. Their Premier Bloom is on sale right now. If you like the Premier Bloom and the DK weight, it is on sale. This is regularly $7.99, and they have it for $3.50. Now, this yarn is a light 3-weight yarn. It's 100% acrylic. There's 656 yards in one, which makes a small blanket or a lapkin. If you wanted to make it wider and longer, you would need 2. So they're regularly I don't know, $6.99. They're regularly $7. You can buy 2 for $7. Okay, there's that. I placed an order for my friend Jen. Don P is here, and Dawn Aaron is here, and Lydia and Kim and Benita Alexander, and Ellen's Crochet Channel. I want to do a special shout out to Ellen's Crochet Channel. Some people make amigurumis, and some people don't like them at all. Gloria Tolls has outdone herself with these 6. They're absolutely beautiful, and I absolutely love them. They came all smunched up in a box, so this guy has a funny tummy, but a little bit of this, and he's got his poochy tummy back again. And they are so snuggly and so wonderful. The kids up in Appalachia are going to be happy to get a bunny. Maybe the only toy they get. Some people are making hats and gloves and scarves and blankets, excuse me, and sending them to the church, or sending them to Marianne to be sent to be taken to the church in the big semi truck that they've got. And some people prefer not to do that. And Ellen's Crochet has made a generous donation to go towards postage so that I can send these up there, which I think it was a more than generous donation, and I greatly appreciate it. It was not expected, but it is like they say, it's not expected, but it's greatly appreciated. Well, there should be more to that. It was greatly appreciated. You know what I've been doing the last couple months, so it was greatly appreciated. Zoila, hello, sweetheart. Crochet loving Leanie, pronounced Lee Nee. It's like my niecey that's pronounced Niecey. And there's Tina. Hello. Oh, yes, there was a need, Ellen. Yes, there was a great need to thank you. Your generosity was overwhelming. I have just been overwhelmed this week. It's just been a very, very great week between all the donations that have been coming in and all of the promises for bunnies that have been coming in, and I'm keeping track of them, of who has, this is the wrong book, who has said, I'll make one. I can make 2 or 3, and it's just been wonderful. Since I talked to you last, Pebbles has promised some. Marlene Young has promised some, and Sheila Dove has said she'll make one. All right, let's see where we are in the big book. Did I put it away already? Oh, I don't know what. I'm just... Today, we're working on our somebody at the beach blanket. Excuse me. So if you would like to continue on with this, if you get out your hook and get out your yarn, we finished the sand last Sunday, And this Sunday, we're going to start the second part. There are 3 parts to our blanket: the sand, the sea, and the sky. And we have finished the sand portion. I think this is the right side. So you can see my grass, and then my fence, and the sea oats, and the sand, both the dry sand and the wet sand. And this has been done with moss stitch, which I thought was appropriate. Moss growing by the beach. Anyway, today I just wanted to check this and see if there was something that came in. I want to check and see if I have any pictures. Okay. No, 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 and no. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I just don't want to miss any pictures. Oh, I think I do have one to show you, which is not. Let's see, it must be down here. Sam, by Hooks and by Needles, Sam. She lives in Australia, in Melbourne, and her niece maybe had a jumper, what we call a sweater. Nope, I can't show you that. How can I do that? Somebody knows how to do that. Mac, Regina Provenzano. Are you guys in California, where all that smoke is? You would need to put Missy Bunny hashtag on the outside if it's all bunnies. It's in the spectrum. Wow, I didn't know that, Kim. Wow, I'm going to have to check on that. All I'm asking is, I am going to give you some addresses today after I check with Marianne. I'm going to post it in my community page where to send your Somebunnies, because if you can send them to me if you want, and that's fine, and I can send them on. But you can also send them directly to the church, and I want to make sure that I give you the address for the correct church. Okay? There's my sugar. I think it's amazing when someone hurts, we all step in. I was a teacher leader for a group of students for the People to People program that President Eisenhower put together after World War II. He realized that if you make friends with people, they don't become your enemies. They're only enemies because they're unknown to you. So if you make friends with people, you won't go to war with them. So he started the People to People program, whereby at that point, the children of heads of state, governors' children, senators' children, would go over and stay in the homes of the people, the governors, the burgermeisters, or the uh, prime ministers, or whatever country it was. The children of government people would go and stay in the homes of children of government, with children of government people in that country, and get to be friends. And then pen pals after that. He's also started a pen pal club. But years later, they're still doing that, but they've opened up the program to high school students and middle school students. And so I think it's $5,000 or $6,000 to go to another country for 3 weeks, which is pretty inexpensive because your lodging and all your meals, your transportation, all the logistics are taken care of for you. Plus, you get a 3-day, 2-night stay in the home of a person actually living in that country that you visit. It's an awesome program for children. They leave here being like, "Ooh," and they come back, "Oh, Miss C, don't worry, we'll get your luggage." It's just a self-confidence builder. And also, it teaches those children to appreciate what they have, because the children over there don't have Guess jeans and roller skates and iPhones and iPads and their own telephone. They don't have those things. And so our kids can see that America is the greatest country in the whole world. And they are there as part of the Student Ambassador Program. Good for you, sugar. I got a foot around here somewhere. Oh, I got a whole bucket of them down here. There's a bunny foot. Here's a chenille bunny foot. It's just a regular bunny foot. Here's an ear. I got buckets of bunnies sitting around here. Anyway, where were we going with that, Diana? People to People program. We live in the best country in the world. One of the things that we used to do with those kids to help them see that even though we were going over there as student ambassadors, how important their job was. Everybody stood in a group, and everybody put the right hand in the center of the group of people and grabbed the hand of someone across from them and held it. And then you took your left hand and went across your arm and held on to somebody on the other third of the circle. And when everybody had a tight hold, everyone was told to gently unknot themselves. Well, you can see right here, I'm going to have to turn around, and then I'm on the outside of the circle. And there was always a loop of somebody somewhere that couldn't get undone. And the kids over here were like, come on, just step over, come on. And at that point, you stop and you say, there's a problem over there, but you're connected. And if you're part of the problem, you're part of the solution. You need to help them solve that problem because it's your problem too. And that was a big eye opener for some kids. And they finally would solve their problem and, and work it out until they got to where they needed to be. And that's why I love to see the people of Appalachia coming together. They're finding new groups of people down there that have not had any help. And they've gotten a FEMA employee high up to state that they were specifically told not to send FEMA help to North Carolina or any of the red states. And that breaks my heart because I don't really give a hoot whether you're a Democrat or a Republican or an independent or a Tea Party or a Whig or what you are. If someone needs help, we're commanded to love that person and help them. And I'm loving to see the people of Appalachia come together and help each other out. Because they see that knot of people that need help and they're standing on the outside of the circle and they realize that they can't go home until this problem gets solved. Now, there's a Nazarene church up there that has a facility. So if you know someone in your area that can put a team together, maybe from your church or maybe just your family, if you got a family of boys and they can take a week off, you can go up to that church, the Church of the Nazarene up near Flat Rock, and they will put you up as long as you're willing to help them. And Mr. Allred said this morning, I watched his show, and it said, all you have to pay for is the maid service. Your food, your lodging, everything else is taken, transportation, everything else is taken care of for you. So if you think, well, what can I do? You get your pickup truck and you put in your saw and your rake and turn your wheelbarrow upside down and get your gloves and your hat and you get going. And you don't worry about it because somebody there is going to take care of you because you're taking care of that knot in the corner. I love the way God works. If it starts with an L and it ends with of, it's going to work out. Dawn Friedland, hello, hello, hello. Oh, Leanie, I'm so glad you're here. And here's Golden Age Crochet, hello. And Janet Egan is here. Jeanette, I always call her Janet. It's Jeanette, really. Hello, my lovely Lydia. Okay. Sam, by Hooks and by Needles, made or has someone in her family who has a jumper, a sweater, and it's got all these things on it. And one of the things it has is this big orange monster. And she said, can you make me a big orange monster? And Sam said, give it a try. She did. And it is gorgeous. You need to go over by her channel, Hooks and Needles, Sam, and see that. Okay, Zachman. Well, you don't get in trouble at work, sweetheart. And Zoila, my two Z's. Zoila, go in, pray for us all, and please pray for my granddaughter-in-law, Leah, Leah, for this is Mental Health Month, by the way. November is Mental Health Month. So let's pray for everyone who has having some mental health issues. And I think as we age, some reason it's the chemicals in our brains don't produce like they should or something, and a lot of older people become depressed easy. So we all need prayers as we age. We all need good mental health prayers. Sally Stevens and Samantha. Hello, Samantha. You are at the airport. Are you flying in, flying out, or picking up someone. Oh, thank you, Zoila. You're supposed to be in church. Go. Thank you, Sunita. I knew you were lurking here in the background somewhere. All right, let's get going. I checked my phone. I don't have any pertinent information to give to you there. We finished the sand. We have finished the sand. And we are moving on to the shore, the sea. Okay. The Crochet Queen. Well, hello to you. Welcome to Miss C's cottage, home of the Somebunny. And there's Mary. Hello, Mary's Crafty Corner. And Grandma LM. My grandson is having open heart surgery next week at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. He's a paramedic. Wow. I hope he didn't have to work on himself. Oh, that's right, Lydia. That is China, the Crochet Queen. China, I'd forgotten. I apologize, China, because I did know that. Grandma, we will do that. We will pray for him. In fact, I'll write him in my book right now. You want to give me a name for him? And we'll just go ahead and start a page for today. 11:10. Grandma LM, her grandson, a paramedic, open heart surgery. You know, if he's going to have open heart surgery, the Mayo Clinic is the best place to be, without a doubt. Sam, I just said that. Be on my way over to my new home soon to continue on my new yarn. Acrylic computer room. Woohoo! So happy. Oh, I'll bet. I'll bet. If you got a place for yourself, that's the best. Okay. We'll go back to this towards the end of the show. You guys know the last 5 minutes or so is when we do that. Hello, Tammy. There's a lot of you that should be getting some mail the beginning of this week. I just sent out a big batch. I think there's only 3 people that I need to catch up with yet, and those are Somebunnies more than likely. And I haven't had a chance to work on them because I'm working on Somebunnies to send to Operation Appalachian Somebunny for these kids in near Flat Rock, North Carolina. And Janet, you got it? Okay, good. Jeanette got hers. Good. Thank you very much. I sent her some blue yarn. She loves blue. Oh, that's awesome, Tammy. And Sherry's is coming on Tuesday. She's got confirmation it's coming Tuesday. That's awesome. Oh, man, China, you are going to love that place. You really have room for a yarn room. Okay, let's get going on this blanket, or I'm never going to get mine done, and neither will you. I'm going to start out with some white here because I'm going to put some waves on my blanket. And let me see if I can move my coffee to the other side. Oh, That's good coffee. That is good coffee. All right, let's turn on this the other camera. The webcam. Okay, now I need to take the cap off the lens. I'm just going to move it over so that it I got a little mark on this somewhere. See that little mark? No, you can't see that little mark. Yes, you can. I don't think that's going to work very well. Let's do this. All right, if I got my hands here, you can see. Okay, I'll stay on the mark. Okay, with our white. And I'm using a 5.5 for this, 5.5 millimeter. And my white. I'm going to just go in this first stitch here, pull up a loop. And if I go through the loop with my tail, that's the way I secure it, okay? Now, I've got what I call my single, my chain one. So I'm going to single crochet in that same one. And that starts my row. I'm going to count over, well, I'm going to put the second one in because that's my border. I'm going to count over 2, and I'm going to go into the single crochet. We did a single crochet and a chain one and a single crochet. So I'm going to yarn over. Wait, I need to chain 3. I need to put in our foundation row and go in that single crochet. I'm going to chain 3. I do not need my phone cord in there. And that's what we'll do the whole way across. We're going to single crochet. Well, let's just do 2. We don't need that. Let's just do 2. And single crochet in that single crochet of the moss stitch. I'm going to do that all the way across. Chain 2, single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet. Now I'm going to try and read the chat while I do this. So if you have a project, this is the time to whip it out. If you have a knitting project or a crochet project, whatever. I will ask for the new people, please go back to the door and take your shoes off outside. If you haven't seen all the other pile out there, please put your shoes out there and leave all of your worries out there. Because they don't come in here. This is a safe place. This is a place filled with love. And that's all that gets in here is love. There's usually some kind of tasty treat on the shelf on the right as you come in the door. There's a black water cooler on the left. Grab a water or make yourself a cup of coffee. Or there's the hot pot is there. You might have to turn it on again. There's some pumpkin spice coffee in the jar there on the wall, on the cookie jar there, the glass cookie jar. There's regular coffee. There's caramel macchiato coffee and pumpkin spice coffee. And that, I have found that you can take the lid off of it, put it in your cup. It's an instant. And just pour your hot water over it. And it makes a yum cup of coffee. And it's a cappuccino. You can add creamer if you want. There's milk. Well, actually, it's half and half. There's half and half in the cooler with the water. Or else there's some powdered creamer there. Put your feet up. Soak up the love while you're here. If you're working on this blanket, we're doing the first wave that comes up on the shore. And that's just 2 double crochets. And then 2 chains and a single crochet in the chain below, the single crochet below. Boy, I'm just really, I got Leah on my mind this morning, I guess, guys. Maybe I need another sip of coffee, huh? I had the nicest day yesterday. Went for a ride, and we had to go down to Gainesville. Nobody else wanted to go, so it was Elmo and I. And we went down to Gainesville because he needed to get something down there. I don't remember what it was, but he's always getting something. That man's a shopper, I'll tell you. And we came back up, and he said, "Are you ready to go home?" Because usually I'm ready to head back for home. And I said, "No, this is such a nice day today. The sun was out and the clouds were absolutely beautiful yesterday." So I said, "No, not really. Is there somewhere else you want to go?" And he said, "No, I just wondered if you needed to get home." And I said, "No, sometimes I have some issues that I need to get home right away. And but yesterday was a very good day, and I didn't have that necessity." So we drove an hour up to Lake City from Gainesville. And it was just such a night. Do you want to stop here? Do you want to stop at Michael's? Do you want to stop at Joanne's? Do you want to stop at, he was just being so nice. And I said, no. And we went into Walmart to get something. Do you want to look at yarn? I said, no, I got plenty of yarn. I don't need any more yarn. So we went in for, I think he was stocking up on bread, but honestly, he spent more than what it cost for 2 loaves of bread. And then I thought, you know what, this man is very, very considerate. He's a special homeowner to open his home to older people like him so that he's not alone, and provide some cooking and a place to stay. We it's not free, but nobody's alone. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's a lonely thing when you get older, and now he's not alone and we're not alone, and that's really special, I think. So I took him to lunch yesterday. That Darla girl's back. And there's my Joy just walked in. Hello, Joy. Did you feel the room lighten up? The sun came out. And Sharon loves purple. Now all three are here. You know, Sam, I think it's less expensive my living here than it would be in an assisted living facility or a senior living facility because the overhead is not the overhead is whatever his overhead is his house. You know, it's his home. And so it doesn't cost us as much, which fits right in my budget and allows me to do the things that I can do. Elmo really is a very special person. He's sarcastic and grumpier than all get out, and he's like that guy on the Muppets. You know, but inside he has the most beautiful heart. Anyway, I took him to lunch yesterday. And we went to a Mexican restaurant that Jenny Hanks had shown me and had taken me there. And I enjoyed it so much that I took Elmo there yesterday. And we had a very nice lunch. It wound up being lunch and dinner. Okay, I'm at the end. And I'm in the last crochet. And I'm only going to crochet, I think, one here because I'm going to put, I'm going to skip one and I'm going to put a single crochet in each of the last 2 stitches. I'm going to chain one and I'm going to turn my work. And I always turn my work like I turn the page of a book from right to left. All right, now here comes the fun part, guys. This is the fun part. We're going to do a double crochet in this stitch. And I don't like to do chain 2. You can do a chain 2 or 3. The way I do mine is I yarn over like I'm going to do a double crochet. I go back into that stitch and I do a double crochet. And it is a double crochet. And then you have this chain 1 loop. This is your stitch that you're going to go into when you get back. And I'm going to put a stitch marker in here for you. Okay, so that you can see that stitch. All right, and then in this, we're going to put 3 double crochets. I did not get an opportunity this week. I think because of the hecticness of Operation Appalachian Somebunny, I did not get an opportunity to write in on my community page the pattern up to date, but I will do it this week. I will force myself to do it this week. I will behave. All right, we have 3 double crochets. We're going to single crochet in that single crochet. In the next chain 2 space, we're going to put another 3 double crochets. And then a single crochet in that single crochet. 3 double crochets in the next chain 2 space. You can use a 5 or a 5.5 or a 6 if you're using your 4-weight yarn. I would not do a 6 if I was using a DK weight. Sonia's here. Hello, Sonia. Darla has 2 job interviews this week. Well, good luck. Is there one that you really hope for better than the other? We could pray about that. Ask God to give you the best job for you. It may not be the highest paid job. It may not be the closest job. It may not be the easiest job to do, but it will be the best job for you, suited to your talents. Okay, we are going to continue to put 3 double crochets in each chain 2 space across, separated by a single crochet in the single crochet. Oop, this is a double. Oops, single crochet in the single crochet, Missy. You can hear this scratching. I'm going to flip it over. Oh, you know what? That's a lot. It won't be when it's blocked out. Besides, we have another row. This is going to be just fine. Okay. Yeah, when God leads you to it, He'll help you through it, and you know what? You'll be your best in it. Aw, Sonia, you're such a kind heart. Wow. Do you have a preference between the two, Darla? Is one maybe, are they admin jobs or would there be stress involved? You got to think about all kinds of things. Like Juan says, think about all the things. He's so funny. I don't know whether you got to see him yesterday morning on Kim Fortune's program, Fortune Knit. She said she was so nervous to have him come on, but the minute he came on and started talking to her, she said it was like they'd been old friends. But that's the way Kim is. I'm not sure she's got the confidence that she should have, and I don't mean to should on her, but she is so stinking creative. I don't know whether you've been to her channel. She downloaded a picture of a bluebird, went out in her garden and got petals off of flowers in her yard, and she copied that picture and glued those petals down. And I'm telling you, it looks just like a bluebird. And she used the stem and leaves of one of the flower plants to just put alongside of it. And one of the flower pips she used as a beak. It looks like the bird could just fly off the page, and it's all made out of dried flower petals. I put 4 in there. Oop. Didn't mean to put 4. but it is really, really pretty. She has done this before and won ribbons at the fair. So she's going to get some kind of a shadow box with glass over it, and so that she can get it ready for the fair for this next year, which I think is awesome. Now these white puffs are actually the foam on the surf that is coming up on this wet sand. If you don't want this, you don't have to. You can continue your sand a couple more rows. My week has been last week was a very, very nice week. Friday went well. Wednesday was good. My sister-in-law did not come Tuesday because her son has surgery. But I did get some things situated, and I was able to get all my labels done and get most of the things packaged and to the post office, which was good because I need to clear this out. Oh, I got another. I have to tell you, Premier is having a sale all week on yarn. And each day they put up some new yarns on sale. And yesterday they had the Premier DK Bloom on sale. Oh, it is so pretty. So I ordered some of that because I know a lot of you knit, and I'll be sending out some to knitters to make blankets. I want to crochet one. I have a pattern. I want to see how it comes out. And I've ordered 2 of each color. So single crochet, Diana. I've ordered 2 of each color so that you'll have plenty enough to make blankets. But if you'd like to get some for your own, I think I told you it's 2 for $7, which usually it's $7.99. I think a skein, $6.99, $7.99 a skein, something like that. So I just went ahead and got 2. Fall is here and Christmas is coming, and a lot of people are making cotton kitchen sets for gifts, kitchen towel or 2, cotton hot pad, pot holders, kitchen scrubbies. You put one side of cotton and one side of the scrubby, or hold them both together and make little round ones. And you put them together maybe with a couple coasters for morning coffee. And what a nice gift. And you can be as elaborate or not as you choose, because it's a nice gift for your postal person or the UPS guy that brings your packages up to the door, or I don't know, your favorite pharmacist. I don't know. The receptionist at the doctor's. It just goes overboard to accommodate you in your ability, disability, figuring out another day to come. I did miss a doctor's appointment with a radiologist last week. I did not have it written down on my calendar. And when she called, she was so sweet. She didn't say, "We're calling because you missed your appointment today." She was so sweet. She said, "We were concerned because you didn't come today for your appointment, so we thought we'd call and see if we could reschedule you." And I thought, what a nice way to tell me I was a dumb cluck and missed my appointment. She just was so nice about it. I'm really anxious to see how this world turns around with a new leader in place. I know a lot of people are fearful about the changes, but I think that since he got hit and nearly killed, that man has changed. And he realizes that even though he's going to be put in a position, he's not in control. And it looks like to me that he's gathering some educated in the field people to work alongside of him. He's not hiring friends and relatives and people he owes favors to. He's seeking out the best person for the job that will be able to bring us back to a time of morality and peace and goodness and kindness and smiles and hellos and giving our word and a handshake and not being afraid of being sued at every corner. Or I don't know, I just think it's going to be exciting to see what's going to happen next. You know, you don't know, and we're going into the unknown. There's Ellie Leva. If I'm correct, she's the one that makes some beautiful stitch markers. You might want to go over there and take a look. And Demi. I don't really know, Demi. All I have to go on is the 4 years that he was in office and the fact that he's a businessman and he was able to do some good things business-wise the last time and put us on, a path to security and economic stability. And like I said, I think since he got hit in the ear, I think he realized how close to death that he's made it. Plus, he's had 3 death threats. So I think he knows that even though he's in the position, he's not in control. And he sincerely loves America, and he sincerely loves Americans. There's my Jacqueline Marley. Top of the morning to you, Jacqueline. Of course, it's afternoon there, but I'll take the rest of the day. Yes, Kim, we're working on the Somebunny on the Beach blanket, and these are big white waves rolling in the surf. And I think I've got way too many here, but we'll see. We'll see. I thought it would not be right with 3, but maybe I should have done 3 and skipped 3, Anyway, it'll be exciting to see. And those people who are fearful of what he might do, I don't like to live in fear. And I can't think that that he will be vindictive. I can't think that he will. He's going to discipline some people, that's for sure, but I don't think he's going to punish anyone. That's my hope, anyway. And I've told you the difference between the two, and a lot of people are afraid of him because when you've got a bully on the playground and nobody sticks up to him and they let that bully get by with all kinds of stuff, that bully doesn't learn from the good people. He just gets to be a bigger, badder bully. And I think, in my mind, my opinion, that's the way our country has been going the last few years, is people have been doing wrong, knowing that they're doing wrong, and getting away with it because no one's called them on it. And so if I can do this, let's see if I can do this. And they've tried it and they've gotten away with it. And it's just gotten worse and worse. And I promised I wouldn't talk about politics. And I don't want to talk about politics. I just say that I don't believe it can get worse than it is. And I'm excited to see just what will happen because the proof is in the pudding, they say. And stirring up a good pudding. Hello, sweetheart. Are we time?
Well, I was just going to tell you I have to get going.
Okay.
Because Richard wants to go to Costco. So if we can go ahead and just do the giveaway real quick before I leave.
Do it right now? Okay. That's fine. Just let me finish this roast, Anita.
Okay.
You know that's a joke, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm almost at the end of this row anyway. So when I get there, we'll stop and we'll do pick your blessing. Now, I told you I got some new yarn from Premier. So if you want to choose one of those, that's fine with me because you know I get one for me and one for you. Okay, I'm at the last 3 and I'm going to put a single crochet in those first 2 single crochets. And I'm going to chain 1 and that's it. That's where we are right now, okay? All right, let's do our pick our blessing. Let me switch cameras again. All righty. We'll switch back. You know, Demi, I think I've read that book. It's been a while ago. A Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. I think I've read that book. That was pretty good. Sherry, that's fine. I don't have a problem with anyone's opinion on politics, and I don't that's why I don't like talking about politics. This is not the place for politics. And so I do apologize to you. And you have every right to disagree. I disagree with a lot of people, and they disagree with me on a lot of different things, from yarn to shoes. And it's okay, Sherry. Please don't apologize. You have a right. And I don't even want to go there anymore, okay? Because I love you too much. I love you all too much to chase any of you off. All right, you know how to play the game. When I say go, I want you to type in confidence. I want you to type in a color and a weight number. All right, on your mark, get set, go. You have to have all of those 3 things: the word confidence, a color number, and a weight. That's right, Pebble. We can agree to disagree and we can still be the best of friends. Because I have come to love each and every one of you, and I don't want to lose you as a friend. If you don't like the channel and the content and you decide that you don't want to be a part of Missy's Cottage anymore and you need to leave, that's one thing. If you don't like the Somebunnies and the blankets, that's one thing. But I don't ever want to chase anybody out of here. And I don't care about numbers. I don't ever want to get 1 million people and get monetized. That's not my goal. My goal is to meet each and every one of you and learn to love you more every day, because I do love you. You are my family, and I would never chase any of you away on purpose. Okay, that's it. That's the end of that. Oh, some Good stuff coming in. You okay, Grandma Ellen LM, you need to put in the word confidence. You need to put in a weight, whether you want a DK or a worsted weight for, and a color of yarn that you would like to have. And if your name is chosen, I will go and get, I would go and get, if you won, some blue yarn, a number 4, and I would choose 3 yarns and show them to you and allow you to choose which of the 3 that you would like to have, and then mail it off to you. That's the way we play this game. Pick your blessing. Okay, I think that's it, Sunita. I don't want to hold Richard up anymore. If you will pluck your magic twanger, Froggy, and we'll see who wins Pick Your Blessing today. Miss Glow's Creations, Crochet Creations, Gloria. All right. And Gloria would like a turquoise 4-weight yarn. Ooh. A turquoise 4-weight yarn. Well, there's one right here. A turquoise 4-weight yarn. Now, she can see what I've got here on my shelf, so she knows that I have a turquoise. And there's a turquoise. And let's see what came in the mail. Let's see what came in the mail. No, we need a 4-weight, Miss C. We need a 4-weight. Not a 3-weight. We need a 4-weight. And that's a 3-weight. Well, come on now. A turquoise 4-weight. Sweet roll is a 4-weight. Yay! All right. By Jove, I think we've got it. 4-weight. Okay. Now, you said a turquoise 4-weight. So I have here, this is called Aqua. It is a big twist, which I think is a Joann's yarn. It is called Aqua. It is a 4-weight yarn. It is 380 yards. And it has a pull string. I love these things. The second choice, my dear Gloria, is this Premier Mosaic, which is Caribbean Marl. And it has light and dark turquoise in it. It is a 4-weight yarn with 245 yards in it. There's less in here because it's a marled. And you can see the marling on this. This is very pretty yarn. I was going to use this for my water for my blanket. Or because I just got my Premier order, I have this turquoise, 245 yards, a 4-weight yarn. It is 100% acrylic, a Premier Sweet Roll. And it is white and blue, or kind of a light, I guess it's a light, not white. It's a real light turquoise and blue and turquoise, teal, No, it's not a teal, it's a turquoise. So, Miss Gloria, would you like plain, number 1, marled, number 2, or rolled, number 3? Gloria, Gloria, what do you choose? Choose. Oh, you got 5 minutes. If I don't get an answer within 5 minutes, we'll have to pick a different name. Oh, there's my friend Connie. No, Connie. She calls herself Connie. She has a different accent when she says her name, and I just love to listen to her. Janice Erfer, hello, sweetheart. Miss Gloria would like number 2, the marled yarn. All right. I will be sending this out to you, Gloria Bowman. I went to school with a family of Bowmans. Terry was a cousin, and Jerry and Janice were twins, and they had an older sister. There were a bunch of Bowmans in Luna Pier. Okay, Gloria, if you will email me your address, I will get this out to you in the mail. More than likely tomorrow. Thank you, Sunita, for sticking around. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all you do, sweetheart. You're such a help. That's okay. I got it now, Gloria, so we're good. It's not my fault. Someone used to sing that song every time Gloria would. Oh, I know who it was. Who is the man? I've forgotten her name. The man and the woman who do the show together, and he helps her with it. And they have that beautiful dog. And they play a game on a Friday night. All right, Dawn, thank you for stopping by, sweetheart. We're only going to be on here probably another half an hour, so you're not going to miss much. I'm glad you stopped in. Take a water with you if you want. Pick up your shoes and leave your worries. Leave your worries on the doorstep, and I'll sweep them up, and Mr. Elmo will burn them for you, so you don't have to worry about it. Sunita, be careful. Have fun today. You're going to shopping. It's always fun to go shopping. No, it wasn't Carrie. Sonia, you were right. It was Cynthia and Todd from Cynthia's Joyful Creations. That's who it was. Cynthia and Todd. And Sadie the dog. Yeah, thank you, Susie. My sister Susie's here. Oh, you're welcome, Dawn. You're welcome for everything. I'm just so thankful that you continue to come back and visit us at the cottage. It's just a place where you can come and hopefully relax. Okay, let's turn our work and go back the other way, because we're going to do the same thing on the way back. I don't know how many of you are working on this with me, but we're going to single or double crochet. Whoops, I got to flip my camera around. I haven't watched them for a long time. You know, it's like anything else in life. I watch Fortune knit, and she's just so me. Did you need something, Sunita? No. Okay. I love you. Goodbye. Kim is so funny. she's like me. Margaret was making some beads out of clay. Boy, the next day, Kim had clay, and not just a thing of clay, a package of different colors of clay. She was going to make beads. Then Margaret told her about making beads out of rosebud petals. Well, the next day she had a basket full of rose petals. She doesn't do anything in a small way. Oh, that's okay. That's all right, sweetheart. Have fun shopping, and I'll see you later somewhere on the YouTube streets, I'm sure. But I will watch people for a while, and then I don't know. It gets to be too much of something. I can't put my pinpoint it. I can't put my finger on any one thing from anyone that I have watched and am no longer watching. It's either language or content got curved into an area that I'm not particularly interested in, so I don't feel the need to watch something. And I don't watch. I don't have a TV, so I don't watch TV. And a lot of Todd and Cynthia's things were um, the midwife, and I got to a point where I just stopped watching. And when her notifications would come up, I would notice that I was just deleting them rather than going to the channel. And I thought, I'm just gonna I didn't unsubscribe. I don't want to hurt anybody's numbers, but I just said don't show me any. I just did the notification parts. I deleted. Leanie, are you leaving? Oh no, you're just saying goodbye to Sunita. LSJ Crochet, you might want to refresh your channel. Make sure you're on live because our game has been won and it is over. Although I sent, I appreciate you playing the game, LSJ Crochet. I'm going to have to check you out. Just said goodbye to Sunita. Okay. So I don't know how many of you are working on this blanket, but I'm going to flip back to the other camera so that I can get started on this, showing you how to do the next section. Okay, we're going to put in our first double crochet, which I told you I pull up a loop, yarn over, go back into the stitch and make my double crochet. If you want to learn a different way, you can go to Spring, the fiber enthusiast, and Sunita has picked it up and really likes it. I don't know that I can do it. She draws up a loop like I do, but she doesn't have this long loop. Somehow or another, she goes around behind it and picks this up and holds all of that and goes 2 and then 2, and she winds up with a stitch rather than a, see, I can't do it. I have not tried it enough to be able to do it. It's not that I can't do it. I just haven't practiced it enough to make it look like I'm trying anything intelligent. Okay, so I'm just going to pull up a loop and do a double crochet in this one and the next one. Now I'm going to skip over 1, 2, 3 in this third double crochet just before the single crochet. I'm going to put 3 more double crochets. And then I'm going to single crochet in that single crochet. I'm going to skip over these 2, and in the third one, I'm going to put 3 double crochets, a 3 double crochet cluster. No, is that a cluster? No, it's just a shell, right? A cluster is when you close it off. I'm just putting in 3 shells, okay? Single crochet in the next single crochet, skip over these 2, and in the 3rd double crochet, I'm going to put 3 double crochets again. And a single crochet in the single crochet, and skip over to the 3rd double crochet and put 3 double crochets in that. Whoops. And single crochet in the single crochet. And I think you can begin to see the waves that are crashing up on this shore. Okay, we're going to finish this row. There's Kim. Hello, we were just talking about you, sweetheart, and how excited you get over something new and how you just go whole hog into it. It's like me, I used to do that. Quilting! Then I'd buy like $150 worth of quilt squares and start putting them together. And then, gee, quilting takes a long time. And just when you get your pieces all together, you still have to put it all together, and the backing and the batting, and then you got to stitch it all. And it's like, well, maybe I could just do potholders. Does it look like foam? Okay, I think Sally's the only one. Maybe Sally's the only one doing this one with me, and that's okay. We're going to put 3 doubles in that last double crochet. And single in the single all the way down. I think it's looking kind of pretty, and I hope it will look like what I want when I'm finished with it. I haven't finished one yet. Normally, and you can ask Kim, you usually have to make 2. One to find out how to make it, and the second one in front of the camera to show other people how to make it. Well, I am making 2. And this one I'm making very simply. Because I thought it, oops, this is a single crochet. I thought if a lot of people were going to do it, I wanted to make it as pretty and as simple as possible. Because it takes a long time to do a blanket. And not everybody wants to do that. And especially now that we've got this urge on for Operation Appalachian Somebunny, that I want to get this done so I can get bunnies going. Now, I have to tell you, I have a bucket of bunny parts. Y'all know that. And as I go up my shelf and looking through scrap yarn, I find other bunny parts. So here's one that I finished this week. I finished this bunny with an old poochie belly. And there's his feet. His hands are all plain, but his feet And then I took some pink yarn and made him a pink fluffy tail. Her, whatever. The person who wanted this wanted fuchsia. They got fuchsia. All right, almost there. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Janet, you might want to refresh your, make sure you're on live, because you're coming up, just came up now, your comment, and the game has been won. Miss Gloria won. And she chose a blue number 4, just like you did. But I knew you were going to choose blue, because blue's your favorite color, isn't it, Jeanette? Linda, we're putting on foam, the foam that rushes up onto wet sand at the beach, because we are doing this Somebunny at the beach blanket. And I've got my dry sand and I've got my wet sand. And now I'm putting the foam on. Oops, that's got to be a single crochet, Diana. Skip 2 in the third, put 3. Boy, I came home from that restaurant yesterday. I had 2 beef and cheese enchiladas with red sauce, refried beans, and rice. And I'm telling you, I ate almost the whole platter. Now, they must stick those platters under or in the oven maybe and heat it all up that way to get the cheese to melt on top. I don't know how they do it, but I'm telling you, when that plate comes, they bring it out with hot pads. And it was hot. And so that way your food stays hot the whole time. Because, you know, in a restaurant, they're air conditioned and there's fans going all the time. And your food, by the time you finish the last couple bites, sometimes it's pretty cold. And I'm not talking about the salad. So the last bite of my refried beans was just as hot. Okay, here's a trick. There's the last double crochet, and here's the chain, the single crochet in between. So I got to make sure I go in this double crochet to put my 3 doubles. But that was so good, and I had sweet tea, and it wasn't too sweet. It was just right. Everything about that dinner I thought was just A1. And I felt good paying for it because Elmo drives us around. He never asks for gas. He is patient. He stops where we would like to stop to, and he'll sit there, whether it's a doctor's appointment and take a half an hour or more, or whether it's run into the dollar store to pick up some snacks or, whatever. Sometimes, Margaret's back, by the way. Sometimes Maggie takes a long time at the doctor's office, but, he'll sit there and wait. He'll play a game on his phone or whatever. He's very patient man. And I think he just deserved some appreciation. So that's what that was all about. Okay, now you're hungry for Mexican food. Susan, yes. If you email me, Susan, at gmail.com, Miss C's Cottage at gmail.com, just like it is on the screen, but put it all together and leave off the apostrophe. I will send you the pattern. No, he does not crochet. Mr. Elmo works on HO trains. He is an HO train enthusiast. And he is building a train track out in a little storage shed that he's got out there he's built him a table on one side and put a top on it. He built a frame and put the top on it, and now he's building the railroad. And he's got the cardboard all painted green, and some of it's brown areas. It kind of looks camo, if you ask me, with the green and the brown. He's got areas where it's going to be grassy, and then other areas where maybe roads will go through, or a field or something. Where am I? Okay, 1, 2. And then sometimes he goes out there and works. But I don't think I could ever get him. No, nobody here crochets but me. I tried to get Maggie interested when she first came, but she's not able to do that. Oh, Nisi's here. Hello, sweetheart. And Maritza, will you please Gmail me your address and your last name? I have a package for you, and the post office wouldn't take it because there was no last name on the package, and I apparently did not have the correct address on it. Something was off. So, Maritza, if you would be so kind as to resend me your home address, I will get this package off to you in the mail tomorrow. It is, I don't remember what it is now. I think it's something that you won here. And I do want to get my table cleared off because I've got a lot of stuff going right now, and I don't want to be bogged down with mail odds and ends. I'm putting together something for Kim Fortune, and I think I've got all of her colors ready. I'm sending her some cotton because she's making cotton sets for Christmas, and her daughter just said, can you make me 3 more? So she's got 3 more to do. And what was the other thing? Oh, Google Eyes. I have some Google Eyes that got spilled all over my drawer upstairs. And so I scooped them all up and put those in an envelope to mail to her so that she'll have them. She's working in a lunchroom, and she is really loving the kids. She thinks everybody needs to retire and go to work in a job where they love it, which I think people ought to just work in a job where they love it. And anyway, she's loving this job, and she is making something she's calling Bravos, and they're those little curly worms. I don't know what happened, but you guys have seen my arms are moving, and you haven't seen my hands working. Okay. You didn't need to see that part of my anatomy, and Sanita's not here to tell me. Miss C, the girls are bouncing. Anyway, she's making these little wiggly worms, the curly worms, where you do a chain and then do 3 single crochets in each one to make it curl, and she's putting Google Eyes on it, and she's putting a clip on the top of it, which is ingenious. That girl, I tell you, is so creative, so creative. And she's going to give them to the kids in the lunchroom that show courtesy, which I think is a brilliant way to get kids to want to be their best, is to catch them being good. I just saw you being courteous, so here is a reward. I think that's a marvelous idea. Instead of disciplining them when they're bad, I think it's a great thing to catch them being good. Because so many kids want your attention, and if they can't get a positive attention, you know those little rascals are going to do something ornery to get your attention anyway. And so many kids have parents that work and have to work and can't give them the attention that children absolutely need to feel valuable. And so she's making these and she's calling them bravos. And she's going to give a bravo to a kid to put on his backpack or, wherever he wants to put it. She's going to put them in her apron pocket. So when she catches someone being good, she can say, "Oh, something's wiggling in my pocket." She's so creative. I love that girl. I love that girl. So, if you can think of something that makes somebody happy, that's what you need to be doing. All right, Pebbles, go take the dog out. That's true, Mimi. You get to work and you get to play and they pay you for it. Oh, Debbie Graber. Hello, hello, and welcome into the cottage, sweetheart. Well, Sam, what can I say? I love you. Oh, my word. We have a good time here, don't we? Yeah, that's a good idea, isn't it, Nisi? Okay, when I get to the end of this row, I'm going to show you how to put the water in, and then you're on your own until you should have the water finished by next Sunday. Just do a row a day or a couple rows a night, whatever you can do. Is it Eileen's birthday? Oh, that's right. There's no mail tomorrow, Leanie. Tomorrow's my son's birthday. He was born 11/11/1967 at 7 minutes after 11. So tomorrow he turns 57 years old. I can't believe he's that old because I'm not that old yet. And if I have to admit that he's 57, then I have to add 20 to that because that's how old I was when I had him. And I don't feel so. Well, I did feel 77 yesterday when I got home. Whew. We had gotten in and out of several different stores and then had lunch. And oh, I ate that whole platter of it was just so good. And when I got home, all I wanted to do was take a nap, which I did. All right, I am at the end. There's my last single crochet. And I am going to take this out. And I am just going to single crochet in this single crochet. I'm going to skip these two. And I am going to single crochet in the last two single crochets. I'm going to chain two. I'm going to snip. I'm going to pull this loop through and do my famous cinch knot. And there's that knot, and it's not coming out. All right. Now I need to figure out which is the right side of my blanket. This is the right side of my blanket. Because I just went 3 rows of white over, back, over, back, and over. And that's the wrong side. No, that's the right side. This is the right side of the blanket. And I am going to just go ahead while I'm here, and I am going to put on a tracker. I'm going to put a tracker on here so that I will know that this is the right side of my blanket. Okay, isn't that pretty? All right, now I'm going to get my water, whatever you call yours. You pull out this end and wrap it around and tuck it in, and then you pull it out this end. Alrighty then. And I am going to go back down to a 5 millimeter because I did the 5.5, which I probably could have used a smaller one on that. But I'm going to go in and do my slip stitch. And I told you I like to do it with this one to make my first chain. Then chain 1. And all I'm going to do right now is just single crochet in each stitch across. And this will be the base for my C. And this will also, now watch this, this is magic. Just doing a single crochet across here. One, 2, 3, and in the single, 1 in each of the doubles, and into the single. And this pulls this all back and makes these puff way out so that this surf is coming up over this that's going back. And these waves are coming up over the top and going on these. And so when you get to the other side, guess what? These are hitting the sand because they're all puffed out. Is that like the coolest thing? Now, the next part of this, once you get across with your double crochet or with your single crochets, there is the stitch I'd like to try from Creative Grandma. And it is called the Stitch of the Week pattern number 92, Wave Length Stitch. And this is what it looks like. And I'm going to try that one to see if it's, and I'm not doing this part. And I'm going to use this yarn, so I'm not going to change colors. I'm just going to use this color and do every row. And what it is just a wave stitch where you do a slip stitch, a single, a half double, a double. Looks like maybe a couple trebles, couple doubles, couple half doubles, couple singles, and you go back together with slip stitch, and then you do your singles, half doubles, double, treble. Well, let's see, what does it say? You single crochet in each chain across, which is what we're doing right now. In row 2, you single crochet the first 2, you half double in the next 2, you double in the next 2, and treble in the next 3. Double in the next 2, then you go back down, half double in the next 2, and single in the next 3. Okay, you don't chain. I don't slip stitch. You just single crochet in the next 3. And then you repeat that. So you do two singles, 2 half doubles, 2 doubles. Then you do 3 triples, and then you go back to the 2s, 2 doubles, 2 half doubles, 2 singles. No, 3 singles. 3 singles. Okay, I'll put it in the oh, this is going to be so nice. So nice. I have a hook that I don't like, and look at it. You'll know why. You see how straight this is? But look at this. It got wonked. And I'm trying to do stitches with it, and it's not up here where it needs to be. It's twisted. I'm going to have Elmo see if he can twist it back and re-glue it, or else I'm going to throw it away. Because you can see it's not straight in line. The head goes off to the side. Here's the right one. And see how the head is straight? The head is straight on this one, but the head goes off that way on this one. And they're both laying flat. And this one's just wonky. Wonky. Okay, I'm going back to the big camera. Unless there's any questions. Jeanette, you lived in O'Brien. Well, then you know about Atkins or Akins. I think it's Atkins. The barbecue restaurant in Bell. You see that, Nisi? I don't know what happened there. Oh, Debbie, we're getting about that time, aren't we? So, Jeanette, do you know about Bell and the restaurant there, Atkins or Akins? I think it's Atkins. Maybe it's Akins. I don't know. Oh, she'd be so proud, wouldn't she? That's because a lot of people, they're not doing this blanket, and a lot of people come for the win, and when the game's over, they're out of here. And I'm thankful for those viewers who come to the cottage. I am very thankful for them. But in all honesty, the viewers that I prefer are the ones that come and relax and enjoy for the hour or the 2 hours because they want to be here, because they want to soak up the love, because they want the camaraderie, because they know they can come here and meet friends. I don't do a lot of winning on my show because I don't want to be known as the one who gives away everything. You know I would give you anything if you ask. And I have had someone say to me, I'm embarrassed to have to ask you, but would you give me some of your yarn? And it's like, yes, yes. I've been waiting for someone to ask. Someone who needs yarn, not someone who wants yarn, someone who needs yarn. And I've never been a person to go around to different people's channels just to win yarn. In fact, a lot of times I don't even enter it because I don't need anything. There are some channels that they make things that I want and I enter theirs. But I would much prefer people to be here because they want to be here for me and the others in the chat. That's right, not just for the win. Oh, Nisi made it to the grocery store. Okay, I need to go back up here. And Debbie Graybert. Let me get to the right page because we've started one. Okay, Debbie Graybert. Is a grandson with an ear infection. That's sad. Boy. You're in a Christmas mood? Okay, I have to come back up here and see. Pray for 2 family members. Dean burned 80% of his body, and Jason passed unexpectedly, leaving 3 girls, 6, 5, and 2. Oh, Sandra. Oh, Sandra. Dean. That's pretty much everything. And for Jason. Family. 6, 5, and 2. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, Susan. I just single crocheted with the blue all the way across, picking up all of the picking up the tops of the waves is all I'm doing. Single crochet in my watercolor. I'll write it all out in the community page. All right, let's see. Janet Egan used to live in O'Brien. O'Brien is the home of Carlos, and Carlos is the man. He and his son Carlos and some other of his friends came and cut down trees in our yard. Maritza, did you send me your address, please? I'm going to check right now to see if I got. Thank you, Linda. Oh, Premier Yarn says, oh, you're such a good shopper. Come check out our new deals for today. Like I need more. Okay, I have one from Gloria, but Maritza, I don't have yours yet. Can you please Gmail me? MissCCottage@gmail.com. Thank you, Rita. That's what I hope, that people will come and just enjoy the time here. And I hope I didn't chase away Jerry, because I love that lady and her mother. There's Sherry Knowles. Been dragging an anchor today. Wow. Oh, Kitty has some people staying with her, and she wants them to be blessed with a different place to live. Okay, Kitty. You know, they say guests are like fish. They're only good for like a week. They need to go or something. I don't know what the thing is, but Kimchi's bagging chicken pieces. I got bunny pieces over here. All right, Rita. He's 17 and he's being checked for cancer. That is a frightening thing. It's the unknown that's frightening, but you know that God holds him in the palm of his hand. And even though you get cancer, it, it works out. God works it out one way or another. Trying to find your bunny tracks, Afghan, since this yarn would look perfect. Oh, Nana Michelle. Okay. Nana Michelle, if you send a Gmail to me at misscottage at Gmail, I will send you the bunny tracks pattern. I will send you the bunny by the woven fence pattern. And as soon as I get this written up, I'll send you the pattern for the Somebunny at the beach. We just finished our sand section. We're going into our sea section, and then we're going to do a sky section. So you are still at the beginning if you want to join in. I'm glad, Gloria. I need to come to your channel more often. I don't always get over there. Sam, I love you. Fish and house guest stinking 3 days. Okay. See, I wasn't too wrong, huh? I keep going to 3 yarn sites, filling baskets and emptying them. Very tempted to purchase some yarn. Well, if you're going to Premier, they're having their clearance sale, their once a year clearance sale, and you spend $75, which that's a lot of money. The other day I bought, they had cotton yarn, $2 a skein. No, $1. I think $1 a skein. And they had another yarn that was $2 a skein. And so I bought $12 worth, and they said, "Oh, you just need to spend so much more and you get free shipping." And I've already bought from Premier twice the sale. I wasn't going to buy any more. My little room can only hold so much. I don't have any in boxes. It's all up on the shelf, but it's pretty packed. If you can see, it's pretty. Oh, I don't want to spill my coffee. It's pretty packed on this wall, you know, all the way down. It's pretty packed. So, that doesn't count this bougie wall behind me. Anyway, the money that I saved, it was normally $2. It was only $1 a skein, and the other one was normally $4. It was only $2 a skein. So whatever I bought, I saved $6. But you know what my shipping was? Because I didn't have $75, my shipping was $6. So I figured, wow, I really made out. If I'd bought it at full price, it would still be the same, and I would have gotten free shipping. So I can't complain. Oh my word! I don't know about Joanne's and Michael's, but I would imagine this time of year, they're getting ready for Black Friday and whatever they can sell. I think Joanne's is still in a bit of trouble. I don't think they're closing anytime soon, but I think they're just like right on the brink. They got into trouble last year and a half ago, and they whatever they call that, re, reorganized. Maybe that's what they call it. They reorganized, and you will have noticed that in the back of most Joanne's is a huge open area where it's just packed full of wool and acrylic and all kinds of things. What happened was they had to close some stores. They took a look at their money. They had to close some warehouses that were warehousing yarn. So what they did was they shipped out a lot of yarn to the stores and said, "You warehouse it. Here's what you reconstructured." Yeah, reconstructured. Thank you, Sandra. That was the word I was looking for. Restructured. Yeah, restructured. Anyway, that's why your Joann's has so much yarn in it because they got rid of a lot of their warehouses. They just couldn't afford it to keep going. And and that's why Joann's has such really good sales, is because they want to be able to keep going, and the more money they get in, the longer they can last. But there again, we'll see what happens. Um, that's right, Sherry. You get $75 worth of yarn, and 12 of it, 15 of it, whatever it is, it's not shipping. Um, but I hate it when you get all the yarn you want and you go to checkout and it says you only need $10 more to get free shipping. And it's like, but I already bought everything I wanted. Now I gotta go. No, I already bought everything I needed. Now I gotta go in and find something that I want, but I really don't need. Joanne sent most of their yarn to Michael. You mean Michael MDL? I think he does have a Joanne's thing, doesn't he? And isn't I think the Wanster does too. Kimmy, happy Sunday. All right, guys, it's past 2:00, and I was going to try and get off here on time, but I do want to pray for um, Mama LM's grandson. He is a paramedic, and he is having open heart surgery next week. So we need to pray for him. We need to pray for um, Debbie Graybert's grandson, who has an ear infection. And when those little guys get ear infections, they are absolutely miserable. We need to pray for Sandra SC, um, for Dean, who has been burned over 80% of his body. 80%. And Jason's family. Jason was killed. And he leaves a family with 3 children, 6 and 5 and 2. That little guy's going to grow up not knowing his dad unless they got good pictures or. We need to pray for Kitty, that the family that she loves will soon find a home of their own and will be able to move into that home and restore some peace and quiet and serenity in Kitty's home. And Rita, prayers for her sunshine, who's 17. He's going in for a checkup next week, and it's to see for cancer. Rita, you're going to have to keep us posted and see how that goes, okay? Father, I would just ask that you would watch over all of these people and watch over Sherry. I hope I did not offend her to the point where she will not come back, Father. I don't want to lose any of my precious family. I don't want to lose grandsons. I don't want to lose friends. I don't want to lose husbands. I don't want to lose, like Lydia's, I don't want to lose um, children to cancer. Um, But you have a plan for each one of us, Father, and you love us more than we could ever love each other. And I would just ask, Father, that you put your healing hand on all of my family and bring them back to health, bring them back to peace, bring them back to a place of comfort, to knowledge that you are in control. You are going to handle it all, and you are the best person because you know when a hair falls from our head, and you love each and every one of us as if we were the only person on earth. And I ask all of these blessings, Father, in Jesus' name, up here on my wall. Amen. Okay, my loves, I'm going to go. I'm going to finish the water on my blanket. I will see you next Sunday if you can only come on Sunday. Rita, Rita's been making breakfast and doing the dishes. Rita, if you'd been here, you could have had breakfast here and wouldn't have to worry about the dishes. Please, people, put your cups in the sink, put your paper products in the bin by the door. Take a cold water with you, or take a hot cuppy coffee in the to-go cups. Don't forget shoes. There was a pair left last week, but they didn't fit. They were little ones. I don't know who was here, but they forgot their shoes. Leave your worries. I'll take care of those. And I'll see you back, if not Wednesday at noon or Friday at noon, I'll see you back next Sunday for Somebunny Sunday. And please let me know if you can make a bunny for Operation Appalachian Somebunnies, or if you can crochet a hat or a scarf or mittens or glove or something warm for the people of Appalachia. And I will leave an address for you to mail those things to. Or you can mail them to me and I'll make them go up there. Either way is easier for you, because I have generous people here. I can do that. I love you all. I'll see you soon. Bye. Thanks everyone for coming in. You guys don't know how happy you start off my Sundays. I love you all.